As a writer myself, I have to really admit I am genuinely envious of Oseloka Obi's writing prowess. This man right here is Peter Obi's son. He truly holds the pen so well, and as people would always say, inks in the right spots. Peter Obi raised a smart, intelligent young man, I must say. Beyond his skills as a writer, this man has recently found himself at the center of public attention. This time, not because of his words, but because of a series of viral photos. On August 20th, 2025, photos surfaced online showing him at a London restaurant with Kent Okwesa, a British-Nigerian actor. Almost instantly, speculation began to swirl on social media. Some claimed the pictures hinted at a romantic relationship with Kent, fueling a wave of rumors about Oseloka's sexuality. The very next day, August 21st, Peter Obi's son released a statement. He dismissed the allegations as malicious fabrications, attacks, he said, fueled by political opponents targeting his father ahead of the 2027 election. And in his words, these were ordinary snapshots with friends and colleagues, nothing more. He urged Nigerians to stop getting distracted by gossip and instead focus on pressing issues like insecurity, economic decline, and failing infrastructure. I urge you all to take a look at this audio. Take your time and listen to what he has to say.
Dear my fellow Nigerians, I have refrained from engaging with vitriol, scorn, and suspicion directed at me online because I was not raised to trade in lies or to indulge in false narratives. I did not do so as a child, and I will not begin now as a grown man. Because of my father's involvement in Nigerian politics, there has been a persistent curiosity and, at times, a malicious obsession with me. Why? I do not know. I have no social media presence and no interest in maintaining one, so I rarely correct these falsehoods, but perhaps it is time I address them. I understand that gossip follows those connected to public life, but let me remind you, my father is the one in politics, not me. To assume that my life or choices are somehow political statements is a flawed and childish calculation. It reveals more about the pettiness of those spreading such narratives than it does about me or my father. This pattern has become all too familiar. Individuals opposed to my father seize ordinary photos of me, images that are neither hidden nor secret, and repackage them with false stories. These are not revelations, they are not exposés, they are simply misrepresentations, fiction spun from pictures. I have seen this happen to others, but experiencing it myself repeatedly is deeply unsettling. Still, I want it to be known clearly, what is being circulated is gossip. I'm an actor and a writer by profession. Many are surprised, given the businessman, entrepreneur, and economist my father is. I'm sure he imagined I might follow that path. Yet, though my career is far from what he envisioned, he fully supports me. Unlike many children of Nigerian politicians, I have never relied on nepotism. I was raised to know that my father's wealth is not mine and that I must build my own life. My chosen path is in theatre and filmmaking, so far from the world he inhabits. An industry that embraces diversity of class, race, sexuality, and identity. I portray characters vastly different from myself. Yet some online use these roles against me and my father, presenting fiction as fact. I trust any rational person can see how absurd this is. More importantly, Nigeria has far greater issues than idle speculation about what Peter Obi's son is doing. Our nation still struggles with insecurity, a weakened economy, crumbling infrastructure, failing healthcare, and politicians who steal from the people they swore to serve. And yet, for some, the priority is to spread gossip about who Peter Obi's son appears with in a photo. This is a distraction from the real crisis that matters to all Nigerians. The truth is simple. Peter Obi's son appears in photos with his friends and his work colleagues, nothing more. If people wish to invent otherwise, I hope they sleep soundly, knowing they are spreading lies. Nor I or my father are perfect men, and as a father and son we have our differences, but I can attest to his integrity and his relentless desire to lead Nigeria out of its current hardships. In our home as a child, the lesson was always clear. Face your work, do it honestly, and contribute to the good of others. That is what I will continue to do. So to those who attempt to distract us with lies, I beg you, stop pulling attention away from Nigeria's urgent problems. My father has my vote, not because he is my father, but because he is the right man for the job. If others wish to go low, invent scandals, or attack me to wound him, they are free to do so. But we will go high, and we will continue to focus on the future of Nigeria. With love, Oseloka Obi.
And as expected, the reactions have been mixed. Some Nigerians are asking, why should a young man's personal life become political propaganda? The man in question never liked the internet. They argue the energy spent on speculation could be better used addressing real national challenges, but others have seized on the story to question Peter Obi's leadership credentials, using the rumors as another weak one in an already heated political climate. And that brings us to the bigger picture. The whole controversy surrounding Peter Obi's son does not exist in a vacuum. It fits into a much larger pattern. What many describe as an ongoing propaganda war against Peter Obi, Labour Party's 2023 presidential candidate. It's no news that opposition parties see Peter Obi as a major contender. Allegations of orchestrated smear campaigns are part of the political chess game. Also, his involvement in opposition coalitions has created distrust. Some even say Peter Obi was misled in part alliances, fueling narratives of him being politically naive. As an Igbo candidate, Peter Obi faces deep-rooted ethnic prejudice. Critics sometimes frame him as an Igbo-only candidate, despite evidence of broad support. Beyond policies, Obi's family is often targeted. For instance, his son's photos are just the latest example of personal attacks meant to dent his moral image. Amidst all of this, it's still a good thing and a refreshing thing to know that Peter Obi is still very much loved across Nigeria and even beyond. Listen carefully to the good things people have to say about Peter Obi.
He has gone into multi-sectoral development under ANIT, involving development of all areas, not just concentrating on one or two to earn some popularity. He's not interested in popularity. His work is speaking for him. For the first time in this state, a governor is embarking on water scheme, erosion control. He's gone into schools, hospitals, and foreign investors are getting more comfortable to come into Anambra State because of his financial prudence. MDGs, they have rated Anambra as either second or third in the whole country, and there's now federal presence in Anambra State.
When there is problem in the road, access to road to the factory, the governor told me no problem, because that time we are worried no motor can be able to enter the factory. The governor said that we should not worry, that he'll make the road. In the next few months, he'll make the road to the factory. When we started and he see that the production is going well, the governor said, are we producing now? I say yes. He give us order over 500 units to encourage the factory. That's the first order we have. And he gives second order after that. He have given us up to 4 orders since we started the factory. And he's giving us a large order, keeping the factory busy.
Peter Obi's support in public is organic. Peter was my governor for 8 years. Peter will not give you 1,000 naira to support him. He will not pay you to support him. You understand what I'm saying? So anybody saying maybe Peter will not do it. Go and ask his wife where Peter Obi lives. Where Peter Obi lives in Anambra State. He lives in a 2-room. When they wanted to build, he just told the wife that hey, he doesn't need all these things. They should just give him two rooms. A former governor, a former chairman of a bank. That is Peter's life. Or even someone that is just a local government chairman will come to Abuja. They are staying at the Transcorp Hilton. Go and ask where Peter sleeps anytime he's in Abuja, and he's always almost in Abuja. Find out the hotel that Peter sleeps. You understand? He's not the type that believes in. When Buhari wanted to be president, we heard everything. Oh, he will sell off all the aircraft in the presidential fleet. His daughter carried presidential aircraft to go and be doing photo shoots. So if you see people coming out massively to support Peter Obi, it's because of probably what they've seen about him and in him, and it's their right. I just hope and I pray that Nigerians will do not miss it.